This is about the national sickness and art. This is going to be a short one on two completely unrelated subjects. Tomorrow is election day, and I do intend to vote, though I'm not happy about it. Voting is climbing into the sewer. None of the choices appeals to me, not one. So I'm going to have to go in there and hope I'm voting for the lesser of two evils, not exactly an inspiring thought, nearly enough to make me stay away. The one good thing about the election is that the blizzard of political ads on TV, radio, and the internet will stop, and that's a great relief. Those ads are sick. They're very depressing. I hear them and I think, this is the best we can do? This is it? I know it's nothing new. The campaigns have always been vicious and crude, but this wave of ads was an infernal attack, and when I say infernal, I do mean hell. Hearing the constant din and drum of those ads is a kind of hell. I heard one of the political experts pontificating on the radio, and he mentioned e pluribus unum, out of the many one, the Union, the United States. And right now that is not the case. It's not the blue and the gray, it's the blue and the red. The country is divided, deeply divided, and also bitterly divided. Some people get so angry they start shooting. It's a weekly occasion now. And people say these shooters are crazy. And of course they are, but it's a very scary kind of crazy, because they're crazy enough to make very rational plans, mailing out explosive devices to specific targets, hitting undefended synagogues, nightclubs, and yoga studios. And I would add that a voting station would make an excellent spot, target-rich and full of symbolism. Walking in and opening up, firing into anyone who has the misfortune of being there. They have the ceremony of putting flags at half-mast when a prominent person dies, or there is a national tragedy like a mass shooting. I see now that flags are permanently at half-mast because there's no let-up in the shootings, and it makes a telling impression on me. It's like something at the core of the country has died, and it's not coming back. Voting isn't going to change it either. Voting has become just a part of the sickness. The second part. The other day I was at the art museum with my wife and a grandson who was 4 years old. He was being very well behaved, keeping his voice low and his hands off the paintings and sculptures. Not easy, very tempting, you want to touch. One constant was that he would ask the name of everything. So I was thinking about names, which caused me to see, for the first time, the name of the museum's Calder Mobile. It's got black plates, odd shapes, large and small, and one red ball, all perfectly balanced. The name of it is 20 Leaves and One Apple, and now I could see it. The tree, the limbs waving in the wind. It hangs next to a Juan Miró mural, and the two look positively overjoyed to be there together as playmates. What fortunate placement, but of course, it is my happiness that is registering. I studied the mobile. My wife, an artist, likes Calder's work, and I do too. The mobiles are so impressive and expressive. And now this one more than ever since I had the name. The red ball is a ripe apple, and because the apple is ripe, it's autumn, and the leaves are ready to fall. That's why they're black and oddly shaped and studded with holes. And that apple, it's at the end of about a 3-inch stem sticking straight up, not hanging down as an apple would, because it's not an apple. It's art. It isn't a copy of nature. It's a play with nature, a take on nature. There is no breeze in the art museum. If I blow as hard as I can just barely make the cluster of small leaves high above move. And because the mobile is so perfectly balanced, all of it shifts ever so slightly. It makes me smile, this work of another man, ignited by my puff of air. Art is an antidote to the sickness, yes, it is. But if the sickness has rooted, not even art can avail.